Today, I'm going to talk to ADB headquarters in Philippines due to ADB mission Sri Lanka has not taken complaints very seriously about an international competitive bid which is being handed over to a company which is not qualified, which the Sri Lankan government and the CEB has already announced that Silex Engineering Private Limited is being awarded the bid which they are not qualified to do. Let's see how this Silex Engineering Private Limited is not qualified, because we could make statements but we'll have to provide facts and evidence why Silex Engineering is not the company that should take or win this bid forward. For the purpose of knowing what the tender is, let me give you the tender identification. ADB loan number 4548 SRI, project name Power System Strengthening and Renewable Energy Integration Project Package 1A. The description is procurement, design, supply and installation of plant construction of Mihirigama 220/33 kilowatt switching station and a Paleogoda 132/33 kilowatt grid substation. Let's see how Silex Engineering, as they do not have the experience to win this international competitive bid, how they joint ventured with a Chinese company called North Electric Shenyang High Voltage Switchgear Company, which they say has an experience of 1220 kilowatt EPC work. But we have realized when we research that that company does not have that qualification, as we research with the Indian company which they worked for have said they have not worked as EPC 220 kilowatt insulators but as supervisors. So therefore, to start off with this bid, the company does not have the qualified experience to win this international competitive bid. Now this is one point which we want to forward to the headquarters of Philippines, ADB headquarters of Philippines. That's the first qualification to win this bid is not there. But I don't know how the government of Sri Lanka and also the CEB has awarded or planning to award this bid to Silex Engineering Company. Let me get to the most interesting point of this bid. For an example, Silex Engineering CEO and the COO are shareholders of LTL. LTL is a part of CEB. So how did the Sri Lankan government and CEB plan to award this bid to this company? Now that's a question. Now we have to ask them, have you really done your research or have you really gone through your compliances? The ADB has been given so much of complaints saying this bidder who has been about to be awarded is not qualified to win this bid. But somehow the Sri Lankan government and the CEB has decided to award this bid to this company called Silex. Now I have been speaking about this company for a very long time. This could be the biggest fraudulent or let's say misguided bid in Sri Lanka. For an example, knowing that you don't have the experience, knowing that you're not qualified, you are misguiding the government and the CEB plus the ADB. And the ADB has received many complaints, but ADB have still not responded towards this. But the bright side of this is the ADB has still not awarded this bid. Now, as a person who has clearly studied LTL for a very long time as well as Silex Engineering, I have enough and more evidence to prove that this company is misguiding the government as well as the CEB as well as the ADB. If anyone wants proof, I have the power of attorney which is handed over to the CEB for the bid, which states the two shareholders of LTL. So you could just call me up or you could just send me a message and I will hand over all the details that you require to say that Silex Engineering is unqualified bidder to win this bid. Sri Lanka should be very concerned about it, because ADB is an organization which helps Sri Lanka to generate power and also is a company that is helping Sri Lanka to be very transparent. For an example, JICA, ADB and the World Bank has stated company that generates power are into distribution as well as transmission. Now this is a big problem for Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan government should be very careful, because ADB Mission Sri Lanka is here to help Sri Lanka to generate power with transparency and to provide lots of support to Sri Lanka. Government and CEB is misguiding ADB. This is a serious accusation towards the government. So I ask the headquarters of ADB in Philippines to take this measure very seriously and ask the ADB Sri Lankan mission to hand over their documents for your further clarifications. If you require any details of this so-called bid, please please message me through TikTok or Facebook, which I will provide you all details that is required.